Hello, this is Toby, and I'm here to present Roman mythology.
Who approaches?
I am Zeus, king of the gods, god of thunder and the skies.
Oh, interesting. What else can you say about yourself?
Well, just between me and you, I like having sex a lot.
Really?
Yeah, many of the people on Earth are my kids. I don't even know of them.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Even you might be my son.
That's not true. My dad's name is Jupiter.
Oh. Moving from Greek mythology to the Roman one is by no means an abrupt cut. In fact, many of the characters and themes in Greek mythology are also present in Roman mythology. It is believed that the Romans had their own religion and therefore mythology, but through time they started to adopt the Greek religion, and this is one of the reasons they are so similar. So the Greek gods we spoke about before are part of the Roman pantheon too. The main difference is in their names. For instance, the Greek goddess of love, Aphrodite, becomes Venus in Roman mythology. Zeus becomes Jupiter. Ares, god of war, becomes Mars. Athena, goddess of wisdom, is Minerva. Cronus is Saturn. Eros, god of sexual love, is Cupid. Hades, god of the underworld, is Pluto. Hera, goddess of marriage, is Juno. Poseidon, god of the seas, is Neptune. And it just goes on. The Greek hero stories are also adopted, with the characters remaining the same while their names being different. For example, Heracles becomes Hercules. Odysseus is Ulysses in Roman mythology. Now, the mythical foundation of the Roman world is a unique story in itself, and that is going to be the subject of this episode and the next. However, this origin story has two aspects. One is the birth of Romulus and Remus, the two brothers responsible for the founding of Rome. And the other is the story of Aeneas, a Trojan soldier who also founded Rome in his own way. It sounds crazy, right? Maybe it will make more sense if we explain each of them separately. So, let's start with Romulus and Remus.
It is very interesting that you two survived. Who saved you?
It was God of War, Mars, who saved us.
But I always thought it was a shepherd. Oh, wait a minute. Was it a wolf?
We are in central Italy, in the ancient city of Alba. The rightful king of the place is Numitor, but his brother Amulius usurps the throne and sits in his place. He kills Numitor's sons and makes his daughter Rhea Silvia to become a Vestal virgin, assuring there will be no descendant of Numitor to rise against him. But this does not hinder the god of war Mars to seduce Rhea Silvia and make her pregnant. This is how and why Romulus and Remus are born of Rhea Silvia. Now Amulius finds out about this and orders his servant to kill the two boys. The servant thinks it is a good idea to instead save these two boys. So he leaves them in a basket by the Tiber River. The river god Tiberinus also likes to keep them alive, so he saves them by making the basket float on the river toward the root of a tree. Now, there was a she-wolf living there who also thought it is a good idea to save these two boys. So she accepts them as her own puppies and suckles them. Now there is a woodpecker who also thought it is a good idea to save these two boys. He says to himself they cannot always have milk and goes to bring them some food. Now there is a shepherd out there somewhere who also thinks he has to save these two boys. He then brings them home to his wife and they raise them. They grow to become two young adults, brave and strong, and after finding out about their identity, they unite with their grandfather Numitor to restore him to power. Now, this is not the end of the story, as the brothers set out on a journey of their own, deciding to build a city of their own. So they come to an area where now Rome is. There were 7 hills around, and the two brothers had a disagreement on what hill to establish their city on. They cast lots, but still can't come to an agreement. They ask heavens for help, but still could not reach an agreement. Ultimately, in such a situation, one has to kill the other one, right? Yes, that's right. So Romulus kills his twin brother and establishes his own city, naming it Roma after himself. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I win. No, I win. Let's do it again. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That'll do it. To make his city flourish and grow, he encourages everyone to come there. Most of the people coming to the new city were fugitives, thieves, runaways, and they were all men. This kind of city never appealed to any woman. So Romulus had to come up with an idea to bring some women into the city. Now the Sabine community nearby had a balanced population ratio of male versus female. He invites men and women of Sabine to a festival, makes everyone drunk there, then steals their daughters and marries them to his men. When the guests wake up, they see what has happened and ask for the return of their daughters. The Romans refuse and several fights and conflicts ensue. Finally, both sides decide to call it quits.
Give me my daughter back.
No.
Stop this.
No, she's mine.
Mine.
Mine. Guys, come on. Just stop it. Stop it. This is very childish. You should be ashamed. Just kiss and make up. Sorry.
My apologies.
After this, Romulus and the Sabine king, whose name was Tatius, rule over the area together for several years. The disagreements, however, start to grow and Romulus becomes more and more displeased with Tatius. And well, Tatius is killed as a result. Romulus then becomes the sole king of the place and starts to become more and more dictatorial and just doesn't listen to anybody. Finally, he is taken by a storm and ascends heavens, disappearing from sight, and this is how he meets his end. Are you threatening me, Mr. Commander?
Not really. The Senate will decide.
I am the Senate.
I didn't hear the last word. Could you repeat?
Sir, I think the king went up the sky.
What do you mean?
I mean he's dead.
Oh yes, I quite forgot kings would die this way.
Here is the end of our episode on the foundation of Rome. Don't forget to subscribe to watch more episodes. In the next episode, we will focus on another version of Rome's origins, and that is the story of Aeneas. Until then, goodbye.